Hi everyone, welcome to key skill 1, 2, 3. This is adding algebraic fractions and we'll subtract them as well. Oh, maybe we won't subtract them. And this is the one that causes a lot of problems. Key skill 1 and 2 may be a revision from your GCSE maths, something you probably already knew, we're just refreshing. This one too, but it is in the end of GCSE, but this is a little bit trickier. So let's get started. When the bottoms are the same, for example, x plus 2, you can add them. So for example, I can say 3 plus x minus 1 all over, and have one bottom because it's matching, x plus 2. Plus 3 minus 1, put together my like terms, x plus 2. So I've got x plus 2 divided by x plus 2, which means actually you only have 1, because we can cancel, imagine these are in brackets, like before. We can cancel down this one for a 1 and this one for a 1. And 1 divided by 1 is 1. So that first one was not too painful. Okay, let's start question 2. You can see we've got two quite complicated algebraic fractions with quadratics inside them to be added together. What you're going to do is, first thing, you must factorize each of the numerators and denominators of both fractions separately. Don't rush off to start multiplying or cross-multiplying things together. You're just going to make a mess. So we factor out from here the 3. That's going to leave me x minus 3. And then the bottom. So we have a quadratic, like a basic quadratic. So for minus 6, I want a minus and a plus. Because the minus is on the middle term, this needs to be bigger. And I'm going to use 3 and 2. Let's check. Minus 3 times plus 2, minus 6. Minus 3 plus 2, minus 1. You can imagine there was a minus 1 there. Those sharp-eyed amongst you can see that this will cancel down. That's why we've got to do the factoring and the cancelling before the cross-multiplying or the adding. Let's have a look at the other one. From 6x and 30, I can take outside 6 as my highest common factor. And here, I'm going to have a double bracket, x and x, minus 20, so minus and plus, a minus on the x, so this one needs to be the bigger one, and I'm going to use 5 and 4. Plus 4 times minus 5 will be minus 20, and 4 take away 5, again, we can imagine there's 1 there, will be minus 1. At this stage, what I recommend that you do is now you cancel before you go forward. Each fraction individually. So that one will cancel here with that one. And in this step, we will have this one will cancel with that one. So what are we left with? We are left with 3 here, 3 over x plus 2. And here we're left with 6 over x plus 4. There's a couple of different ways to do this. You can imagine that this is a common denominator question. So you want to have the common denominator should be both of these bottoms multiplied together. Or you can imagine that you're going to cross-multiply. So cross-multiply means you're going to times this one with this one. So that will be 3x plus 4. Then you're going to copy the add sign, or add. You're going to multiply this one with this one. 6 x plus 2. And to finish that off, you're going to multiply these two together. So that's going to be x plus 2 with x plus 4. The cross multiplication method works well if the bottoms are completely different and there's nothing that they share. So the bottom doesn't need to be multiplied out. We talked about that before. You can just leave that as a product of its factors. The top we're going to multiply out. So let's get started. That will be 3x plus 3 times 4, 12, plus 6x, and 6 times 2 will be 12. We can add the like terms together, so that will be 9x, adding the 3x and the 6x, plus 24. I would double check, can you factor out anything from the top 2? In this case you can, it would be 3. So that would leave you with 3x plus 8 times 3 would be 24. Sometimes you might get another cancellation at this step. We can see that none of our brackets are matching. But for example, if on the bottom I had a 3x plus 8, I could do one last cancellation in this question. And that's our final answer. So just to recap the steps, you want to factorize whatever you can factorize, cancel down before you add. So you should be looking at cancel down fractions at the stage when you're going to start the adding. If the bottoms are completely different, it's quite handy to cross multiply. I call this the bunny method because you see it looks like a little bunny there. So you multiply this top with the opposite bottom, add this top and the opposite bottom, the two bottoms together. Let's have a look at one last example here. We're going to follow the same principle. You can see we've got to complete the square here. 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3. I'm going to factorize the bottom. Oh, I might do that separately down here because it's a tricky non-monic one. I'm going to take this to the next page. This one gets times with this one. That will give me, I want to multiply together for minus 30. Remember, this is my multiply, this is my add, and add together for 7. So I'm going to use 10 and 3. And I'm going to put the minus on the 3. So 10 minus 3 will be 7. 10 times minus 3 will be minus 30. So I feel like we had one really similar last key square. So that will be plus 10x minus 3x minus 15. Factorize these two. 2x, x plus 5. So 2x times x, 2x squared, plus 2x times 5 will be 10x. This one I'm going to take out minus 3. And minus 3 times x, minus 3x, minus 3 times plus 5, minus 15. My two brackets are going to be 2x minus 3 from here. And the one that's repeated is x plus 5. So let's pick these up to put back. Here we can factorize with the double x method. We're going to have 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. And from here and here I can take out 4. X plus 2. So what can I cancel? I can cancel out this one with this one. And I can cancel on the other fraction this one and this one. So what does that leave me with? It leaves me with over here 2x plus 3. And here x plus 5. And over here x plus 3. And over here 4. Now I can pretty easily do my cross multiplication method. So I can do that times that, 4 times by 2x plus 3. You want to go that way first, then put the plus, and then go this way second. Because when it's a minus, it will only work in one direction, like in one specific order. And last thing, these two together. Now it's a little bit boring, we just got to multiply out and pay attention. So that will be 8x plus 4 times 3, 12, plus, oh, this one's a bit bigger, x squared plus 3x plus 5x plus 15. And on the bottom, leave that as 4x plus 5. Right, let's just add together our like terms here. So I've got an x squared plus 8 plus 3, 11, 16x, and 12 and 15 plus 27. On the bottom, you've got a 4x plus 5. You can check if this one would factorize to cancel down, but 27 would be, for example, 27 on 1 and 9 on 3. And neither of those would add up for 16, so that one's not going to get any smaller. And there you go. Voila, you're finished. I realized I forgot to give you guys a minus, and I know I promised only 3, but I think I'm going to have to sneak in a 4th one here. Okay, you want to factorize this like we talked about. So that's going to be x plus 4. And here we're going to have minus 3 over, don't forget 16 is a square number, so we're going to have minus 4 x plus 4. So these are fractions we want to add together. Now the cross multiply method here, it would work, but it would be a little bit unnecessarily messy. What you want to do is you want to notice that both of them have the x plus 4. So you want to make the bottoms match. So for example, if I want them both to have a matching bottom, this one's already got x and x plus 4. So if I add the x minus 4 to it, and likely over there, this one's got the x minus 4, and it's got the x plus 4, but it doesn't have the x. So I'm going to put these in different colors. This one here, I've added the x in, and this one here, I've added the x minus 4. So you want them to match. Now, if I put an x minus 4 on the bottom, I need to put an x minus 4 on the top. And the same if I put an x on the bottom, I cannot, so if I've put an x on the bottom, I've got to put an x on the top. So what I've done is I've created one denominator that's matching. So going forward, I can just, I'm a bit too lazy to write this again, so I'm going to copy this. That will be my denominator. I didn't repeat the x plus 4 because they both had it. I just added the x minus 4 to this one and the x to that one. And all I've got to do now is multiply at the top. And this will be minus 3x. So, final step to tidy this up. 5 times x is 5x, minus 5 times 4 is 20. And the like terms that can go together are going to be the 5x minus 3x, which will be 2x. So it'll be 2x minus 20. Well, let's take off the sides. I would just factorize the top just to check there's no further cancellation. There's no further cancellation that can be done. So that would be 2x minus 10. And no, that one won't go down any further. This is not matching those two. And now, really this time, unlike the last time where I said we were done and we're not done, we are actually finished. Catch you guys in Key Skill 4 where we're going to look at long division of algebraic fractions. Something that I still remember being horrendous from the days when I was 17 and studying all this stuff. Horrendous. I'm going to make it super simple and teach you the method that I worked out after suffering, crying a little bit, that all my students love. Okay, I'll catch you in Key Skill 4. Bye for now.